Hello and welcome back to Kenneth Boston Photographer. Hope you're doing okay. I always tell you that, and I really do. Hope you're doing okay. Don't forget, if you like some of my videos, I'm not super technical. I'm more of a real world guy, and I kind of tell it like it is. Sometimes it's kind of funny how I tell it like it is. Sometimes it's a little harsh how I tell it like it is. But anyhow, I thought today, most of you know that I am primarily a portrait photographer, even though I like taking pictures of everything. But professionally, I want to take portraits and family and all this kind of stuff. And you do not have to have a $2,000, $3,000 camera. None of that means professional. Yeah, they're great cameras. If you get a Nikon Z6II or Z72, you got a hell of a good camera. No doubt about it. But that's not a professional requirement. It's like a luxury. It's like the difference between a Monte Carlo and a Lexus or whatever. All of them get the job done. But maybe the Lexus is a little more comfortable. But today we're going to talk about my favorite camera. Professionally, I shoot 71 and 7200, and this is the Nikon, however you want to say it. This is a 7200. Almost every portrait that you see on my websites, my Facebook page, period, are shot with this camera or the D7100. And this is 2021 now, guys. This is a veteran, supposedly old, washed up camera. And it performs like a pro every single time. I've never had anything go bad on these cameras. They're rugged. They have some weather sealing. They feel like a real camera in your hand. They're not teeny weeny like some of the mirrorless cameras are. When you got this thing in your hands, you know you got a good camera. There's no doubt about it. When I bought this camera, I bought this one in China, and the body price was around $1,200 when I bought it. That was probably 2016, something like that. I loved it from day one, guys. It had a 7100. The 7100s, I think, come out in 2013. I think these actually came out in 2015. But they're fantastic. If, because they don't make it anymore, if you can find a 7200, snap it up. Get it, as long as it doesn't have 150,000 shots on it or something. If it's got 10, 20, 30,000 shots, get that damn thing. You're going to have a very professional, capable camera, a very, very reliable camera, and just get it and take care of it and go out and get some shots. Professionally, one of the cool things I like about the 7200s, it has dual card slots, which for portraiture is very important because of the redundancy factor. If you're shooting portraits, you cannot afford to lose anything. So I have mine where they back up with each other. If one card was to go bad, the other one will pick it up. Then when I get home, I transfer it over to USB or to my computer. All right. I never try to load my SD cards up to the max. I get 400, 500, 600 shots, whatever it is, and I get home and I dump them on a USB, and a lot of times a little external hard drive also, because you can't afford to lose them. All right. Anyhow, ergonomically, this is a really, really comfortable camera. I've got 50 millimeter 1.8 G on here that I do a lot of shots with, and my 85 millimeter. Then I have a 70 to 200 I use virtually every portrait session. But anyhow, if you are a wildlife photographer, the 7200's perfect. Even on its normal, because you have a quiet shutter option also. But if I'm just taking a shot, guys, this thing's quiet. I want you to listen. If you're shooting at a rabbit or a squirrel up close or a bird, yeah, they can hear it depending on what's going on, but it doesn't startle them. A lot of the 3000 and 5000 series cameras, the shutter is quite a bit louder to me, much more audible, and I don't like that for animals up close. The 7200 is 24 megapixels, so it's got plenty of pixels. You don't need 40 and 50 megapixels unless you're off in the landscape hemisphere and stuff like that. You can adjust all your. Nikon's menus are really easy to use too. If you are already a Nikon shooter, most of the basic settings are going to feel at home to you, but the 7200 has lots more detail. Screen brightness, exposure, compensation things, which you should already know about. Being able to set the Kelvin, the 5000 series stuff, you can't individually set Kelvin settings and things like that. It's really easy you can set your ISO manual or auto in a heartbeat with this camera. It's really, really easy to use. You just have to, if you're new to Nikon, it may take you a couple trips to get used to the menu, but Nikon's menus are very, very friendly, okay? Anyhow, if you can find a 7200 today, it's very, very much worth it. I would choose a used 7200 over a new 3000 or 5000 series camera, unless you're going to be vlogging, okay? If you're vlogging, the little 5600 is really good for that. It shoots pretty good video. If you use a prime lens, it'll perform really well on you, because there's no flip out screens or anything on this camera. It's got let me turn it back on. It's got a good screen, and you can adjust the illumination. So, very, very visible. And you got a screen up here also. You have the little LCD up here, and it has a light. As you can see, you can turn the light on. It has pop up, pop up, pop up, pop up. It's got a pop-up flash on it that can be useful at times. Most of the time, I just put a flash up here and let's go. But anyhow, totally reliable. I shoot usually continuous high on it. I love, like I said, I don't worry about the noise of the camera. It's very, very quiet. So even if you're shooting indoors somewhere at a museum or whatever, you're not going to be distracting. But yeah, this is what I shoot professionally. I have all the confidence in the world, and if you get one, you'll be confident too. Like I said, the biggest secret right now, because Nikon quit making the damn thing, for the 7500, which is a fine camera, but you should be able to get a used 7200 at a good price. I'm talking about a good price. Price that's going to let you buy some lenses. See, that's the good thing about buying a refurbished, and you can find B&H and a few other people have Nikon refurbished 7200s. You got to catch them. You need to look through Amazon and see if you can find one also. They're still out there. And there's probably still a few new ones in a box somewhere. You just got to hunt them down. But don't be afraid of getting a 7200. Basically it's a legend camera for APS-C. And it was a flagship, a few years ago amongst APS-C before the D500 came out. And the D500, if you are looking for really professional wildlife camera, the 500 might be the one to go, even though it's only 20.9 megapixels. But the D500 has that shutter, the machine gun shutter. This one shoots about 6 frames a second. But anyhow, get one and don't be afraid. People saying, "Oh, that camera's too old." Wah. It's you, the photographer, whether it's a $2,000 camera or a $300 camera. It's you that makes the pictures. Okay? If you get a good camera, you know how to make it a little. If you know how to set it right, you'll be okay. You're gonna get some fantastic pictures. You're gonna get. If you have a natural eye, composition is so much easier also. So get one, take some pictures, and enjoy. And don't forget oh, my mouth is going crazy today. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. We got lots more stuff coming, okay? So have a great day. We'll talk to you soon. So bye-bye.